What advice would you give Joe Burrow to go to Cincinnati?
He's such a spectacular talent. I mean, I think people have really kind of overlooked him by talking about Chase Young and some of these other guys and Herbert from Oregon. I think he seems to be an obvious number one pick. I think he's more athletic than we think. I think he can run more than he's shown. And what you saw him do with his legs in the SEC against, really, the SEC is full of defensive NFL talent. You've seen him athletically take over games. You've seen him do it in the national championship, just dropping dimes left and right all over the field and into tight coverage. I think he's head and shoulders the number one pick. Going to Cincy, I've been there. I know how that feels. I know.
You at least went to a team I think had come off 8 wins. Like, you got drafted number 1, and then John Kitna played, and I think you guys won 8 games. So you had some talent there. I'm just worried that as much as I love Cincinnati, Joe going into that environment with that ownership and not having any talent, I mean, that's a recipe for disaster for quarterbacks.
Yeah, but the one thing that Duke Tobin's done a great job since he's kind of seems like he's been leading the charge as far as the draft process goes is there's been some talent there. Whether the organization buys in and is fully going after a Super Bowl and really trying to win a Super Bowl is the other question. But talent-wise, they've had some good players. I was fortunate to play with a lot of really good players in Cincinnati. Just at the receiver position, I mean, from Chad Ochocinco, T.J. Hushmanzada, Peter Warwick. I mean, there was, and you can go on and on. There was some really good players, some really good skill players on the offensive side of the ball. You still got A.J. Green. Hopefully he says he wants to come back. We'll see. But they're drafting number 1 for a reason. It's because they were the worst team in the National Football League. So obviously he's not going into an environment like Patrick Mahomes went into in Kansas City. So we'll see.
Yeah, Mahomes went into an already made offense, but he sat behind Alex Smith. That helped. He had Andy Reid there, and then you have those great skill position guys. Mm-hmm. But you start to look at that position, and you just go, you can get overwhelmed quickly, even if you're on a good team or a better than average team. So I worry about that with him.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.